Hey guys, today I am here to do the Nerimon 2012 survey thing that everybody's done already, and so I feel so behind on things. But I'm doing it now, and that's all that really matters. So, and also another thing is I'm not gonna do like the fancy like voiceover. I'm just gonna read the questions and just kind of go from there. So, yeah, let's get started. The first question that is on the survey is, why are you called that? And I'm actually not called that. My name is Lauren. Nice to meet you. My name is not that. I'm just kidding. I know the question. They're asking like, how did you get your name? And so my grandpa, his name is Lauren. And he, which, Lauren's a pretty gender neutral name, but usually when it's a guy that has that name, they spell Loren. But my grandpa, for some reason, I think he said like his mom like wanted him to have the feminine name or something. So his name is actually Lauren, but we just call him Bill. And so my mom really liked that name, and so she decided to call me that, and like it's kind of a reminder like of my grandpa too, like, but she also just really liked the name, so that's kind of why I'm called that. And as far as my username, I really don't know where that came from. The only thing I can really tell you definitely where the 13 came from is because I was 13 when I opened my account, and I just thought that would be a good number to put. But for the rest of it, I really don't know. I just don't know. So yeah, that answered your question for the first one. The second is tell us whatever about your favorite school teacher. So if you guys don't know this about me, I'm homeschooled. I have been since the 6th grade. So I kind of was like thinking about this question. I was like, it'd be kind of wrong not to say my mom. So my mom is ultimately my best school teacher, but besides my mom, I have 3 teachers that kind of stick out in my mind. One is from the past, and 2 are currently still teaching me. The one from the past was my kindergarten teacher, Miss Van Broomlin. Okay, she kind of reminded me of I cannot speak today. Mary Poppins. Like, she had an English accent, and she was just the nicest person ever. And yeah, she just reminded me of Julie Andrews. Looking back, she totally reminded me of Julie Andrews. And then the 2 current teachers that I have, or that are my favorites besides my mom, is my Spanish teacher, Rita, Miss Rita. She teaches me Spanish, like I said, and not only does she teach me Spanish in a very positive way, but she also is like my second mom. Almost like I can go to her with things like outside of class, because she's homeschooled. And like her daughter's one of my best friends, so like I can really trust her with things. And like, she's just a really good teacher, and she actually has a second home in Puerto Rico because that's where she's from, and she has like family there. And so she took me last summer to her her second home in Puerto Rico, and I had fun. And like, I don't know any other Spanish teacher that does that type of thing. And then my third favorite teacher is my art teacher. Her name's Gianna, but we call her Mrs. G because she said that, yeah, Mrs. Gianna, I just don't really like that, so just call me Mrs. G. So yeah, she teaches me art, and I just love it because she is so like caring, but like she's just goofy, but she also really knows how to instruct you, which I think is a really fine balance. But she really has that balance. And just the environment that she's created in her studio, and all the people at art class, like, I feel like I can go there and do whatever and not feel judged, and that's a really good thing to have. And she is like the one person that like sticks out in my mind, like outside of my family, that has changed my life. And so yeah, and so those are my 3 favorite teachers. So the third question is, tell us what the strangest food you've ever eaten was. And I was thinking about this. I was thinking like sushi, but that's not really weird. There was one thing that was kind of, and that's rabbit. I ate rabbit before, but I just, I don't know. Like, rabbit is the only thing I could really think of for that question. Um, my phone is having trouble going down to the question. Um, tell us about your first gig. So when I thought of this question, I thought it meant like the first show I played, but then I realized it was like, what is the first concert you ever went to? And so technically, my first concert I ever went to was a Barney live concert. If you want to get technical, I was a huge Barney fan growing up, and when the show was over, I was crying. Yeah, so but my first like actual like show was for Train, and it was before they kind of were like what they are now, and we went to like as many shows as we possibly could because yeah, so and that was my first gig. And actually I got, this is might sound really weird, but I got the t-shirt of the lead singer, and it's hanging in my closet. So and I told my friend and she didn't believe me, but I know what happened that day. What is your favorite place in the world? Well, I like I said, I really did love Puerto Rico. That was like my favorite place ever, like to vacation. But I really like Oregon. I really like Portland because it's just so, in Seattle, I really like, in Canada. Canada, oh my word. Canada. I love Canada. So the next question is, who do you want to answer the survey next? Okay, there's nobody really that I want to tab because they've probably already done it. But if you have it, feel free to do it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. DFTBA.